Okay. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Just wanted to give a quick update on our COVID data going into the weekend. Um, and we get some pretty good numbers that tell a story, so thought it was important we just brief everybody. Today, we lost three neighbors to the pandemic, so the loss of life continues as each day continues to be very, very difficult for us. We lost two residents in a nursing home, and we lost a 48-year-old male. I think it's just for those who don't think that this can impact anybody. Somebody who's 48 years old has lost his life because of this virus. Going into cases, cases, remember where we've been with cases ever since Halloween, week over week. We went from the first week after Halloween going up 100%. Then we started to flatten off of the Halloween surge. I think we saw about 20% and then 10% growth in caseloads. And then we hit the full Thanksgiving surge, and it went up again. And so now this is the first week we were seeing caseloads drop, but they're still at an elevated level. We have 401 new cases. Compared to last Friday, we had 466 new cases. So better, but still it just shows you how much work we have as a community to do to continue to starve the virus as we punch back with our vaccinations in the community. So right now, this week, we're averaging 331 cases a day. Last week, 359. Hopefully we'll stay on that trend over the weekend. And so it looks like we're going down a little bit. The challenge is being we have ample opportunities to lose all the ground with the holidays coming up right now with Hanukkah, and then certainly Christmas is what's really a concern. Speaking of that, today's Dr. Gupta's birthday. Dr. Gupta and I had a conversation earlier today. I asked her, of course, what she wanted for her birthday. Nobody told me it was her birthday, or else I would have gotten her gift. But she asked the community, and she said this very seriously. And her team, they're emotionally drained with all of this. They deal with every end of this process, and certainly her birthday request is that everybody avoids gatherings in general and celebrates your holiday season with your pod that you've been spending. We've talked about pods almost every day. People you spend your time with, and you try to limit your pod, so you're limiting exposure. But that is Dr. Gupta's request from all of us for her birthday. Let's give Dr. Gupta this birthday present. If we do that, we will continue to see progress with caseloads stabilizing, decreasing, and that's important for our economy to continue to remain open for these business owners that are in that have restrictions now, for them to maybe get some of these restrictions removed so that they can make a living for themselves and their families. And so this is all just critical. We've gotten through two of the holidays. These have been really bumpy weeks getting through this. We've lost a lot of people in our community over this. So now it's time. This is the time for where we got to really. We've seen what Thanksgiving left us 2-3 weeks later, and it left us with the deadliest week our county has probably ever had in its history, related to a specific event or incident. So on the hospitalization front, actually I think it's probably positive news. We have 313 people in the hospital related to COVID, but our overall hospital numbers are down on the day. So our COVID-related hospitals are up 10, but the number of people in the hospitals is actually down 40 on the day. So why is that good news? It's not good news that we have anybody in the hospital. It's good news because we now have 40 more beds that are available than we did yesterday to treat people if they get sick. That's something. We have 57 neighbors in the ICU. So please keep these folks in your thoughts and prayers. They're obviously in a really tough spot right now, and their families can't be with them to help them. So please keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. 26 residents are now in the hospital in Onondaga County that came from a nursing home or assisted living facility. They are recovered. They no longer need hospital services. They're waiting on a negative test. This is a real issue, not just for our county. Remember, our hospitals treat all the counties around us in central New York as well. And then we have community hospitals that face the same issue. So we're very happy today that the proposal we put forward to the New York State for a COVID transitional facility, a partnership with Loretto and Upstate, was approved. So this will be a specific building where instead of that resident sitting in a hospital when they're recovered, they can now go into this transitional facility, a more comfortable facility for them, and then and spend their time there waiting to get that negative test where they can go back to their own residence. So what this means is next week we will have over 80 people who no longer need hospital care going into a facility, and so that frees up another 80 hospital beds. It takes a strain off of our hospital capacity, which is where we are in the pandemic. So that was very good news. I want to thank my team, the team at Loretto and Upstate and New York State as well for being a great partner to find solutions to this. Looking at proactive testing, we put out a aggressive schedule next week in the community so people can get a test. We're going to various locations each day. Please go to OnGov or ongov.net, click on the COVID tab, and that will take you to the schedule. Ample opportunities to get a test. Everybody should be taking advantage of it. The vaccine, our hospital partner at Upstate continues to vaccinate, and they're working with the other hospitals. A lot of questions have been, what about the other hospitals outside of Onondaga County and Cayuga County and Cortland and Madison and Oswego? They're working with those hospitals and those employees on getting those employees vaccinated. So that will be ongoing. So certainly that's good news. And on Monday, some of our nursing homes will begin to be vaccinated. That's very good news. 30% of the hospitalizations are from nursing homes. Many of our bad outcomes are residents from nursing homes. So the vaccine starts. That is a federal program. The federal government is in charge of a program with CVS and Walgreens and a couple other pharmacy partners for the long-term care, congregate care facilities. So the really good news, though, is our most vulnerable in our community are going to start to get vaccinated on Monday. So that is positive. And that is really the update. Just a couple things that I just asked the community to do is please take this all seriously. Many of the schools have essentially gone remote for the last week before Christmas. So this is an opportunity to kind of have like a self-imposed quarantine. And that's something that, if we keep our pods and keep socializing with our pods, that's very positive. And then if businesses have employees that can work from home, that is also encouraged this week before the holidays. It's all risk mitigation. And so let's all work together on this to make sure we don't see another surge after the holiday season here, and so that the economic restrictions that are potentially looming are not there for us, and we can get over this and get people well and prevent the loss of life. So thank you, and I'll see everybody on Monday.